What is going on, FitFam? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be going through a booty and legs workout. Specifically, we're going to be doing hamstrings, so the back of our legs. This is one of my favorite days at the gym. It is such a great workout that builds a beautiful pair of booty and legs. And although it is one of the more challenging workouts that I do in my week, it is also one of the most rewarding and most fun. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss any more great workouts coming your way from me here at Nomadic Fitness. All right, so let's get into the workout. All right, fam, we are getting into this booty and leg workout with some glute activation as always. So get on your booty band. Fabric resistance booty band is preferable, but you can also use a rubber one, whatever you got. And we're gonna be doing some side to side lateral steps into some zigzag steps. So stepping at a 45-degree angle, backwards and forwards, going straight into some banded kickbacks, and then finishing off with some banded hip thrusts. And I always do a variety. I do a bunch of full reps and then some half reps, and then I finish off with some banded abductions. So we're gonna hit the side butt a little bit, and you can see in the description below how many reps I did for each one, but I'd honestly say just go for as long as feels good to you and until your glutes are just screaming and you know they're gonna be warmed up and ready to work. Okay, first up, we are going to be doing a sumo barbell deadlift, which is one of my favorite exercises, and it's definitely one of the best for really sculpting beautiful legs, getting them nice and defined and toned, and also popping the glutes. So win-win all around. I'm just showing you how I set the bar up, how I get the plates on the easiest way, and I'm going to be doing a 45 and a 25 pound on each side, which is going to be pretty challenging sumo deadlifts for me, but they felt so freaking good. Definitely a really strong day. I felt really strong pulling this much weight. So you want to get the bar where it's directly over the middle of your foot. That's how you know you're going to be in the right position. Taking a wide leg stance with your toes pointed out to the side, and then you're going to be hinging back at your hips. So sticking your butt back towards the wall, bending at the knees, keeping your back flat and your eyes looking down, and then you're going to grab the barbell directly at that shoulder width distance. I personally do one hand gripping the bar overhand and the other hand underhand. I just find that I have a better grip on the bar. A lot of people who lift do prefer this mixed grip, but it's up to you to kind of see what's going to feel best for you. And then keeping that butt back, you're going to pull the bar all the way up. So you want the bar to be practically just grazing your shins and thighs all the way up and down. So keeping it really close to your body and pushing through your heels, keeping your back flat the entire time. You're never ever rounding your back, bringing the bar up and squeezing those glutes at the top. And I went for 8 to 10 reps for 3 sets of these sumo deadlifts. All right, moving on to the next exercise. We are now going to be really hitting the glutes and a bit of hamstrings with our heavy hip thrust. So I'm actually doing the same weight that I did for the barbell deadlifts. So it's relatively heavy, but I definitely could go heavier if I really wanted to pump the cheeks. But I'm gonna be doing a triset for my hip thrust. So what I'm doing first is I'm doing 10 full reps of the hip thrust, and then I'm gonna go straight into 10 half reps. So 10 kind of little mini pulses right after doing the full reps. And then right after that, I'm going to hold and squeeze my glutes at the top of the range of motion for 5 seconds. And I'm telling you, by the time you're done this triset, your glutes are going to be absolutely screaming. They are going to be burning, but it's going to feel so freaking good. So in the moment, you might want to die a little bit, but afterwards, your booty's going to be so pumped and you're going to be so happy that you did it. So remember, you want your legs at a 90-degree angle in front of you, keeping your chin tucked, eyes looking straight at the wall, not throwing your head back. And then you're driving through your glutes, thrusting from your hips, lifting the bar up as high as you can, full lockout with the glutes, and squeezing and contracting them the whole way through. And we're doing 3 sets of this as well. Okay, I just wanted to show you the way that I'm taking the plates off the bar. So pulling the plate towards me on the outside, and obviously the bar is gonna fall to the ground, just go put that plate away. And then to take the second one off, you're going to lift the bar up and stand on the plate, pull the bar out, and that is the easiest way I have found to take apart the plates off the barbell. All right, next we are going to be doing some barbell reverse lunges, which is definitely challenging, but it really nicely hits the hamstrings and glutes. So we got to get through it. We got to just do it anyways. So you are going to take a decent size step back. You don't want to have the back leg too close to the front leg, but not so far back either. A good kind of 90-degree angle with the front leg, maybe the back leg a little bit further back than that. And then you are just going all the way down, bringing that knee pretty much touching the ground. I actually do like to touch the ground with the knee so I know that I'm going low enough, and then pushing up off that front heel. And I did 12 reps per leg for 3 sets, and my glutes and hamstrings were absolutely done by the end. If the barbell for any reason is too intimidating for any of these exercises, if you're kind of new to the gym, remember you can always do these exercises on this Smith machine so that you have the support, and it's not the free barbell, so it's a little bit safer and easier as a total beginner. Or you can obviously also just use dumbbells to get started, but don't be afraid to move to the bar fairly quickly as you get a little bit of strength and muscle gain and get some confidence, because you are going to be able to get the best results lifting the free weight like this, because it requires you to use all of the muscles in your body simultaneously. Okay, next up we are doing the leg press, which to be honest, I kind of always forget to do, and I don't incorporate it in my workouts that often, but every time I do, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, this is such a good exercise. It really is able to overload your legs very, very nicely and just get the muscles burning, because you can do so much weight, but you can do it safely because it is on a machine like this. So in order to hit the back of your legs more, you want to put your feet high up on the platform with your toes pointed out just slightly, and that's gonna hit more of the hamstrings, back of your legs, and your glutes, whereas if you had your feet lower down on the platform, it would be hitting more your quads. So I did 12 reps per set for 3 sets, and just, pushing a decent amount of weight. And as you can see, I'm just like absolutely dead by the end. My heart was pounding and my legs just felt so activated, and it was challenging, but it was definitely worth it. All right, very last exercise is going to be a dumbbell hamstring curl. So this is an exercise I really only started doing just recently, and it really surprised me because you barely have to use any weight for this exercise, and my hamstrings were still just completely destroyed by the end. I was surprised how difficult it felt for my hamstrings, but I think it's just because it has such a good range of motion and you can really isolate that muscle group. So you really don't need much weight, and you also wouldn't want to lift anything too heavy because you wouldn't want to like drop it or something. So getting into position for this exercise is a little bit weird because you have to kind of like lay down on the bench and have the dumbbell behind you at a position where you're going to be able to wiggle it between your feet. So that might feel a little awkward when you're first getting it set up, but it's really not as hard as it seems. So grabbing that dumbbell between your feet, lying down on a bench, and then just wrapping your arms around the bench, you're going to lift that dumbbell with your legs. So really trying to focus on the hamstrings doing the work. So bending at the knees and lifting that dumbbell up and down as high as you can. And I did 3 sets between 8 to 12 reps for this. The very first set, I think I could do 12. The second set was 10. And by the third set, I really couldn't get past 8 reps because my hamstrings were just so done. So yeah, I mean, I was only using a 15-pound dumbbell and it was still that effective. I was very pleasantly surprised. So definitely give this exercise a go. All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me for this killer hamstrings and booty workout. I hope you enjoyed it. And if there's any other workouts or food or anything that you want to see from me, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know what it is that you would love to learn more about so that I know what to make content on. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.